And hello, all you wonderful beings of light and truth seekers. Jez Sadler here, Full Circles Healing Tarot. Welcome you once again to my channel. And if you are returning again, I thank you for returning and supporting me in this way. And if you're new here, just ask please that should you wish to, hit like and subscribe and ding the bell. And for all who are here, please hit the like button as well. So I just really appreciate all your time and support that you're giving here. This is a growing channel. I'm quite new to the tarot readings and so on, so I'm still finding my way. I'm not going to hide that, and although I have been giving readings with playing cards and so on for quite a while, mainly for myself and for a few friends, and I have done some playing card readings here on this channel, which you may find in some of the old videos, and I did that a couple of years ago. But more recently I've embarked on a tarot journey to give different readings through tarot cards, oracle cards, and I still use playing cards from time to time as well. So I'm enjoying doing this. I'm still finding my way, finding my footing, to find out which way or style and so on works best for me, and I hope you are enjoying the journey as well, and I'm very happy that you are with me on this journey. So I've got this all set up today for a love reading for September. So this will be a love reading, a general love reading for all signs of the zodiac, all sun signs, and if just take from the reading whatever resonates for you. If there's nothing that resonates with you, then obviously there's plenty of other readers out there in YouTube land who are very much more experienced than myself, obviously, and they do excellent readings, and I can name quite a few, such as Love Messages or Sunshine TV, Lucky Tarot, Ramblin' Mike. There's a whole host of others out there, many that I tend to watch their channels as well and get readings from as well. I hope you'll enjoy the experience as I do this love reading for September 2020, and hopefully it'll be of something of great use to you. I'm going to be using several decks throughout the reading, and whatever decks I use I'll list in the description as well. So what I'm going to do, the way I'm going to work it is, this is your energy. Okay, this is you as the collective. This is your person, and this one represents then the mutual energy between the two. Okay, so I'm just going to first of all ask the cards to choose something to represent you yourself, and we have the star. Because you are the star. You are the star of the collective. You are the star of the show. Okay, so we have the star to represent you. Star energy, star bright, starlight, star bright. You are a shining example. You are the one that sticks out. And I love the way it's interpreted here, to have this lady sort of half sort of naked, I suppose, but pouring water in and out of the lake, sort of keeping that balance. Got the stars shining bright there, shining down to like a nighttime scene. It's very indigo, what I call indigo blue, and that for me is very strong in intuition. And if you've been watching me in any of the other videos, talk about intuition a lot. It's very important that we have that, and we have like two minor stars here, don't we? We have major one and two smaller ones, and we have this I'm not quite sure what that is, some kind of it's like a machine of some kind, like almost like a clock, you know, but it's not a clock that's ticking down. It reminds me, in some ways it reminds me of like a miner's lamp or something like that. It's lighting the way, or a ship's light. It's lighting the way, and she's in this water which has a lot of energy, to do with energy and star energy. So it's shining bright, and you are that star who is shining bright. So let's have a card then, please, to represent the person, the collector's person. What card can we choose? And we have Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the have and have not cards. Can be quite generous at times, at other times not. You know, sometimes withholds, but sometimes gives. So likes to be in control, especially when it comes to material things, when it comes to giving away things. There's a balance here as well, so whoever this is quite balanced in their emotions. They don't go overboard, they give out only what's necessary, and at times, but other times can be really generous with their emotions. And we have here this merchant, very prosperous merchant, weighing up all the different amounts he's given out, and you've got the hands down at the bottom here, pleading, if you like, asking, and they are being generously taken care of. So you've got, in essence, you've got quite a generous person, and quite a person who's perhaps involved with humanitarian matters, who's quite involved with social matters, looking after those who are in need, or perhaps they're also a voice for those who are perhaps being suppressed or oppressed by authorities. That kind of person, sort of an activist of some kind, perhaps. Okay, so that's the person. Let's now see what, mutual energy. The double cards come out. Okay, so we've got the double cards, and the devil card normally means being stuck in the material kind of things, being sort of weighed down by the shackles of everyday life. And have this devil here, the way it's depicted here, the horned helmet. But look at the star. You've got the star in the center of the helmet, you know, right there, and the flames and so on. With the devil card, there's always a way out, you know, and you can break free of these shackles. At this moment in time, the mutual energy between you, this represents the mutual energy between you, is something that's perhaps holding you back from each other. You know, there could well be something there in between you which is not quite resolved yet. You know, we've still got flaming passion here between the both of you, between you, the collective, and your person. But this mutual energy is one where perhaps you're at a stalemate. I'm getting a stalemate kind of situation, in either going forwards or backwards, because you're both perhaps very focused on your careers, is what I'm getting. Both focused on what you're doing career-wise, and there's not a lot of room at this moment in time for romance. Okay, that's just the way it's represented at the moment. So what I'm going to do now is see what your current energy is like. How does the collective feel about their person? Can I have a card, please, to represent how the collective feels about their person? You have the star, the sun, star, and the sun. How much better can you get? You know, this is how you feel about that person. You really are in love with this person. You are really attracted to them. You feel there is a bond between you, you know. You are there. You feel that bond. This is joy. Whenever you think of this person, you think of the joy, you think of the happiness that you both could have. You are, someone who feels that they are part of your solar system. They are not just part of your world, but part of your solar system. They orbit around you almost, in that sense. Perhaps they have been. Perhaps it's like orbiting planets. Perhaps they've been in and out of your life over a while, over a period of time. And whenever they're around you, you feel really happy, really joyous. But then obviously, they disappear for a while. Then they come back into your life and it makes you happy again. But whenever you think of them, it's good thoughts, positive thoughts. And that's how you feel about them, that you really want them in your life. You want them to be a part of your cosmos in that sense. Because the sun's a star, you're a star, and you view them as being a star as well. So let's have a card now. How does the person feel about the collective right now? How does the person feel about the collective? We have the Tower in reverse. Okay, so they feel that there's a change, a massive change has happened between you both, and it's for the better. They can feel this energy that, because the Tower, when it's the right way up, when it's this way up, it represents something that's been built on lies, or something that's been built on sand, almost like the biblical story of the house is built on sand and the house is built on rock. That, it can easily be brought down. And here, in this particular one, we see that I always think of this as coming from source, perhaps, but this lightning bolt just strikes this authority situation, or this ongoing situation that's been built on perhaps an unfaithful remark, or a jealousy remark, or that kind of situation. Some lies, some untruths or half-truths have been said in the past, and can create then this kind of tower situation that gets destroyed. Then you have the person here falling out into the unknown, and even with the devil, he's known in biblical terms, he's known as the person who's the ruler of the half-truth. It tells you that the half-truths, that's obviously gone by the Satan side of things. If you want to believe that, that's up to you, but there is that half-truth thing. This is in reverse. So they believe that a big change has already happened. This sudden change has happened, and that person here is now falling into something, or rising up and rebuilding. So this is like a rebuild. So they're looking towards you to rebuild this relationship. And perhaps there has been a situation where there's perhaps been a falling out of some kind. Not necessarily a big argument or anything like that, although that could well be, for some of you that may well be the case. But it could well be that you just drifted apart, lost contact with each other, and now there's going to be a reconnecting, a reconciliation of some kind. throughout the month of September, sometime in September. Could well be early September. I'm feeling, I'm being told it could be early September. There could be a kind of reconnecting, a reconciliation where you both start to rebuild on more solid ground, a more solid foundation. So whatever has happened in the past has been erased. It's now a new build situation, or a restoration, but a clean slate. That's what I'm being told. A clean slate situation where you can both start again. So this is good. This is good energy, and they're looking to you to perhaps take the lead in that. But it could be also a mutual thing as well. That they could be reconnecting with you because they know they can rely on you, and you'll be there for them, and always have been. Because this could well be what I'm getting here is it's not necessarily someone new, although for some of you this could well be someone new, but in a similar situation that perhaps you've been in the past, is what I'm getting as well. If it's a totally new situation, a totally new relationship, someone you just met that you think is the son, they're looking towards you. Perhaps they've come out of a damaged relationship and they're looking towards you very favourably to help rebuild their lives. Okay, so should you both get together, you can together you can rebuild their lives on more solid ground. This is fantastic. This is a really good situation. And if it's perhaps someone you know already, like an ex, that perhaps you just for whatever reason parted, maybe got divorced, or you moved areas or something like that, or you had an argument with, or there was a situation, like I said, where there was a misunderstanding or a misinterpretation of things and you parted ways, not so much acrimoniously, just like drifted away, be coming back together again. Clean slate and start again. If you're in an existing relationship, this could well be that perhaps things haven't been going so well within your relationship, but now there's a chance that you can all start again, to reboot it. Okay, so what's the mutual energy in this case? What's the mutual energy between the two? How do they feel about each other? How does the collective and their person feel about each other? What is the mutual energy between the two? Okay, I've got a 5 of Wands, so that means there's some kind of minor conflict, or there has been some kind of minor conflict, and that ties in well with the Devil card. So, because we see here, it's almost like play fighting, isn't it? It's like a practice, like jousting practice or something like this. The local lads getting together, having a play fight in the park kind of situation. It's nothing serious. No one's going to get hurt. It could have been perhaps some words said or something like that. But it is something that's very easily resolved. It's maybe just a little niggle that's happened. So if you're single and this is a new relationship, perhaps there's been some little concerns because you've been in this kind of situation before, but they've been in this kind of situation before, so there's some little doubts perhaps about what's going on right now, because it's more or less the situation right now, and there's some little worries. That's where this Devil energy comes in, because like I said, perhaps you both have careers that you're focusing on, or it could be other matters that you're focusing on. For example, if you're already in a relationship, perhaps this could be like home life or home life kind of thing, or maybe your person is in a very financial stable career. You're doing your own thing as well, because perhaps you're in the entertainment world or something like that, and you've got this devil energy, and both of you are focusing on your careers, and there hasn't been a lot of time like for families and things like that, for example. But now perhaps there's been some talk, and you're going to rebuild the situation, and you've had a chat about it, and you've cleared the air, and now's the time to rebuild, because the way you feel about them, they are your sun in your solar system, they are your star. They feel that you are the one who's strong enough to rebuild the relationship, and that's if you're already in a relationship. If you're single and this is a brand new person, perhaps they have been in a situation similar before, perhaps that's what they've come out of. They've come out of maybe a very stable relationship, or thought it was a stable relationship, but it's fallen apart. Now they're looking towards you to rebuild it, and you think the world of them. You think you think they're absolutely fantastic, but they've voiced maybe some concerns, and you've maybe reassured them, been able to reassure them, or can reassure them that that everything will be okay, everything will be stable, and they're looking towards you then to help rebuild their life, as I said before. So that's their energy at the moment, or your energy at the moment, and looking at this as like the current situation. And now I'd like to have a look at, perhaps see what is coming up in the immediate future. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards. What's going to come up in the immediate future for the collective and their person? How are things going to progress? What does the collective want to say to the person, to their person? What does the collective want to say? I want to say quite a bit. Guys, you've been very talkative. So I have 3 cards here. I'm just going to put them down there. The top of the card, you've got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, suited and booted, ready to go, party dude. Very generous, very successful, in control of their emotions, okay, and likes to have a good time. He's like Pan if he was a king. From Foreverland or whatever. Wendy. This could be like a Pan and Wendy kind of situation. And very smartly dressed, very successful, very prosperous. Okay, so that was the top of the card, but the other 2 cards that came out with it was the 2 of Cups. Okay, so he's got a bit of previous, or collective, you've got previous where the situation hasn't gone quite right, and you got the 3 of Cups, 2 and 3 of Cups both in reverse. So you collective have some concerns about this relationship, because you've been in a kind of situation like this before, and it's turned out like this. You've fallen in love and you've had a great time and so on. It was like this, but then it went upside down. So you're worried that it's too good to be true, that this person, even though you've got these strong feelings initially, you're starting to feel maybe it's too good to be true. If this is a new person for you, it's maybe like a too good to be true kind of situation. are you real is what you're asking. That's what I'm asking. Are you really the one that I want? Are you just a shell, or are you really the one? Because it's like the Lovers kind of cards, getting together. But normally the Two of Cups is like a Lovers card, but it's only like a temporary situation. So you are asking, is this just perhaps like a fling, or is it a more serious situation? Will you still be there when this party is over? Is it just like a one night stand or a temporary situation, or is it going to be more permanent, is what you're asking. That's what I'm getting, that you're asking your person, are you going to be around for longer and just a few weeks or a few months, that kind of situation. Because I feel, collective, I feel that you're looking for commitment. Okay, if you're single and this is a new person, you're looking for commitment. Even if this is someone who's coming back into your life from the past, because this could also be like a past situation as well. You're asking, are you going to stay around? Because if this person has been in and out of your life, over the years or whatever, you have some issues, trust issues perhaps, and you're wondering if this is going to be a more committed relationship. That's what you're asking. You're asking for commitment. If you're already in a relationship, you're wondering if the steps that you're going to take, you could still have this joyous time, and you can take them out and reboot the relationship and so on, and start again. But you want to know, is it going to be long term? Is what you're asking. How do they feel about you in that sense, in the long term? Is what I'm getting. So I'll put those cards back, and on the bottom of the deck, we also have the Princess of Swords, which is like the Knight of Swords, or quite similar kind of energies. A lot of intuition here as well. Purple is intuition, and they can be quite impulsive with their thoughts. It's all to do with the thinking. So probably a touch of overthinking here, perhaps on your part, collective. Bit of overthinking. You're making up little scenarios, little stories inside your head, which could then push your person away if you're not careful. We want to get out of that Knight of Swords kind of mentality. So let's see what your person wants to say to you. And we have Five of Pentacles. Okay, so they feel that they're in a lost position. You see this person's here, head turned away from the very obvious solution. So perhaps the situation that they've come out of, okay, has blinded them a little bit, and they're not thinking straight. They're still having some concerns, some worries. Okay. But 5 is also freedom in numerology, freedom and movement, and all this person here has to do is to turn their head around, look forward, and you got the way out. You just got to get up, get off the backsides, and take some action. So I'm getting that your person needs to move towards you, okay, to make that decision. They're being a bit indecisive at the moment, possibly because of previous hurt. And it's understandable in that sense. If this is already in a relationship, this could well be a result of perhaps a major argument you had, and maybe you split up for a while or something, and you're worried, your person's worried that it's going to happen again. Okay, that's where the Five of Wands comes in a little bit as well. So they're kind of overthinking as well. So both of you are kind of in the same kind of energy in that sense. So very much a soulmate energy in that sense, because you're thinking alike, you know. But they may also have some financial concerns as to whether, you know, you're able to take care of them financially, because, or there might be a financial difference between them because they're very successful in their career. Perhaps they're more grounded and logical. They're more seated in their emotions. I'm getting a very emotional kind of feel here, but Pentacles is also to do with the material side of things. They could be very successful in their career, but they might have hit a bit of an obstacle, because if you think about where we are right now in the world, their business, their success could well have been seriously affected by the current economic situation, and they're worried that that will affect the relationship. And that could also be within the relationship, that could be whether it's new or whether it's someone from the past. You know, they're wondering whether you will still accept them despite this financial difference, if you like, the financial downturn that they might have. Yet the answer is quite simple. All they've got to do is look forward and go up them stairs, and you know, they'll have that freedom. Okay, so also if you look, they are looking towards you, collective, okay, and you are looking towards them, and you're looking for answers obviously as well. So the energy between you in this particular situation, let's have a look. I'm just going to pull a card for that. The energy between you, the Justice in reverse. Justice in reverse. So it's a little bit of imbalance. There's an imbalance of energy, because obviously justice normally means balance. But balance isn't always 50-50, as I've learned from another reader that I follow quite a lot. You know, balance or weighing up the situation, it's not always a compromise. It isn't always 50-50. There's going to be a compromise between the two of you, where one maybe will be taking on more of the load than the other, whether that's financially or whether that's emotionally or whether that's moral support. So there's going to be a compromise where there's going to be a little bit of imbalance between the two of you, you know, and that could well be because your person is perhaps having some financial difficulties because of the current situation, economic situation. You're in a good position. You're in a very good position right now. You're stable, you're successful at what you're doing, whether it's in work or whether it's your career or whatever it is you're doing. You collective are in a very good position, you can see, because you're the star. Okay, they have been in this position. There's been a sudden change, and now they're in a kind of lost kind of situation. Because this could well be because, as I said, the COVID-19 situation. You know, they may be involved with a business that's being badly affected by lockdowns and things like that. Perhaps they're in retail, or perhaps they're in a kind of service industry such as hotels or a cafe, restaurant, food industry. I'm getting the food, or some kind of service anyway that's been seriously affected. It's affected their economic situation. But they're looking towards you to help them rebuild and redress that situation, and you're the person to be able to do it because you're the star. Okay, so let's have a look at possible outcome. What kind of outcome do you wish, collective, for your person? What kind of outcome do you wish? What are you saying? Ace of Swords, here we go. Ace of Swords. Aces are always gifts. And this is knowledge, this is learning in this instance. It's to do with perhaps travel, you know, because he's got his hand on the world there. You can see just up there. I saw that there. He's got his hand on the world. You know, he's reading books and so on. This is what they wish for you, maybe to change career, to move into something else, which would be more successful for you, for your person. Sorry, you want them. Getting mixed up now. So this is what you want for your person. You know, that they perhaps change career so they can move into a more prosperous way of living, to gain the knowledge. Maybe go back to a school, university, a college, to retrain or to learn something new, online courses, whatever. You know, to pick up a new career. And this is what you'd like for them to do. And obviously for yourself, because you've got all this wonderful energy, this could also be you. Maybe you want that, to do that with them, together, to work with them. Okay, so, and what does your person want for you? What kind of outcome would they want with you? The world. The world. Look at this. They want everything to be in control, you know, to be complete. You know, and they look upon you as someone to be able to help them with that. Okay? So you are, to them, you are the world. You know, you're the one to bring their current cycle to an end, and to start a new cycle, and that could be that could be the new cycle right there. Okay, so that's certainly looking very good, isn't it? And I love this card actually. See all the four elements there, all in control, you know, and lovely flowers, purpley flowers there. I'm not someone who knows flowers very well. They look maybe like carnations or something. I don't know. Nice yellow brick road, a touch of Wizard of Oz there, you know. But the world normally represents completion, doesn't it? It's like it's the last card of the major arcana. It's 21, 2 and 1, 3, which is new beginnings and communication. So they're looking to end their particular cycle that they're in and start a new cycle. They are ready to start this new cycle with you. You know, this new beginning. They're ready to move forward with you. And they're looking towards you for that guidance so they can become what they want to be. They want to be with you, guys. Collective, they really want to be with you. Whether it's a new relationship, whether it's someone from the past, or whether it's a current relationship, they want this to work. Okay, they want it to work. So let's see what the energy is then for in between you both in this particular outcome kind of situation here. Let's see what the energy is. Queen of Wands. Look at this. Queen of Wands, getting all the adulation that she deserves for all her hard work. See the lion there at the back, there. Painted a line of strength, wisdom, passion, you know, fiery passion. You know, this is a passionate relationship between you both that's going to be hugely, hugely successful. You've got the black cat right down the front. You see the little cat right down here. You know, black cats are normally lucky. So you got that, and there's you, or that could be you, and that could be them. You know, kind of happy situation, happy family situation. Travel, could be a new start in a new country, or it's a new area, you know. But it's going to be a very fortuitous relationship between you both. It's going to be hugely successful, is what I'm getting here, you know, and your friends and those around you will be applauding you for your wonderful choice, you know. So this is a wonderful, wonderful energy between you. Fantastic energy. And altogether, a fantastic reading. I just want to perhaps use a card to perhaps clarify I want to clarify 5 of Pentacles for your person. Abundance. Abundance. Okay, they used to have abundance, but yeah, it's like I was saying, because of the current situation, that's been greatly reduced, and it's made them feeling a bit insecure, a bit off balance. And they're looking towards you. They see you as someone who's very prosperous. You're a very prosperous collective in their eyes. You are the star of the show, and they're looking towards you to perhaps help rebuild their lives. You know, and that could be, doesn't matter whether that's whatever relationship that happens to be. You know, whether it's an existing relationship, whether that's a brand new relationship, or whether it's someone from your past coming in again. But this is what they've lost. They've lost a feeling of abundance. Okay, and they want to have that back again with you. So I'd like to let's get an idea of that Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, sorry, is it? Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, is the Ace of Swords, just to get an idea of what that could be. What's the Ace of Swords meant to represent? Passion. There you go. Passion. So, what you want for your person is to follow their passion. You know, they may have been in, say, a high corporate situation, and have now been made redundant. You know, because of the change in circumstances in the economic climate. So you're saying to them, follow your passion. Learn how to turn your passion into success. Turn it into profit. Start the new cycle. End this cycle. Start a new cycle. Follow your passion. That's what you're saying to your collective, your person, sorry. So that's very good. Let's have a look at the Justice in reverse. Why is the Justice in reverse? Acceptance. Okay, so your person has to accept their situation. Perhaps they're not doing so, you know, they're still stuck in this devil kind of energy, but there needs to be acceptance, and I feel that's between both of you. You have to also accept the situation that they've just come out of or are currently in. Okay, big massive change for them, a sudden change. Perhaps they have been made redundant. You know, if you're in a relationship already, perhaps they'll come home and say, honey, you know, my job no longer exists. You know, and you can imagine that if you one of these big major airlines or something like that, who have cut loads of jobs, thousands of jobs, or another industry that's related to that, you know, your job perhaps no longer exists, and you perhaps your person no longer has a job, and they have to accept that they have to make a big change as well. so they haven't got the money they were bringing in before. Your side of things seems very secure, collective. Whatever it is you're doing okay, but your person isn't doing as well at this moment in time. But there is change on the way. Still change, because this also means that they can be rebuilt on more solid ground by following their passion, and that will lead to huge success. And the both of you will be doing that together. Either already within an existing relationship, or it's a new one where you're just coming together, recently met perhaps, or someone from the past that's coming back into your life. This is all happening throughout September. Wow. September is going to be a very powerful month for you guys, especially you collective, because you're going to be shining like a star. You're going to be that sun, very prosperous, generous, and your person is going to have a breakthrough moment, follow their passion and turn it into something hugely successful. As a result, your relationship will be very successful as well. Forget the little niggles. Accept the situation. Both of you need to accept the situation, and you'll get that, that abundance will flow again. It doesn't always have to be material abundance. It can be energetic abundance, can be spiritual abundance as well, will flow again. And this tells me that you're entering a new cycle. The both of you, I believe, I'm just being told now, that both of you are entering a new cycle. Okay, it's not just your person, this is both of you entering a new cycle, because they are including you in their world. Okay guys, that's what I get for you for this love reading for September 2020. Absolutely superb reading, I feel. Superb energy, fantastic energy. I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know in the comments how this resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then fine. It's just a general reading, and maybe not everything's going to apply to you. There may be bits and pieces which you can use in your life, but generally speaking, absolutely fascinating. September is going to be a really fascinating month. So thank you guys for watching, and as I said before, if you want to support me, you can do by liking this video, by subscribing, by hitting the notification bell, and also in the job description, in the description box, there's ways you can support me down there as well, details there, and that's for everyone who's watching. So enjoy that guys, hope you enjoyed it as well, and I really would enjoy getting some feedback from you as well. So until next time then guys, Namaste.